5, that means it's time for a little Lights, Camera, McCarthy, and we've got a good one today. Hey, Kev, morning.
I am very excited about this. So Bradley Cooper is back as director, star, co-writer here in Maestro. This is Leonard Bernstein, incredible composer and musician. But the film is actually focused a lot on Leonard Bernstein and his wife, Felicia. And it's told really through their love story. It's a beautiful film. I'm going to let the interview speak for itself. But Bradley Cooper is outstanding, as is Carey Mulligan, his co-star. I spoke to both of them in L.A. last week. Here's our conversation for Maestro. If summer doesn't sing in you, that line, it blows my mind because of the concept of what that line is.
If summer doesn't sing in you, then nothing sings in you. And if nothing sings in you, then you can't make music. Something she told me.
Hello, I'm Lenny.
Hello, Felicia.
Do you remember the first time you felt both of them speak to you? That summer speaking to you aspect of, and I'm wondering, like, and then on the flip side of that, when you kind of felt that voice go away as you say goodbye to the person, not that they ever leave you, because I'm sure they'll be with you forever.
For me, it was the first time I watched, you know, because there's so much. He's one of the most video photographed, recorded artists in history, Leonard Bernstein. And as I started to dive into research, it was that performance that's on YouTube that you could see of him at Ely Cathedral with the London Symphony Orchestra conducting Mahler's Second Symphony, The Resurrection, and that just floored me. And I think that was the first time I felt that. And he's all over my house in New York. I have he's in the back of this book, for a John Gruen book. And just the other night, I was like turning the lights off, and I literally went, and I was like, "Hey, man." I did. What's up, bro?
What's up, bro?
I did.
In 2019, Bradley said, Yannick Seguin has asked if we'll go to Philadelphia and narrate Candide. So we did, and we went and we spent 6 days there, and we rehearsed, and then we did 3 performances of Candide. And it was in the first rehearsal, full rehearsal, where we were on stage and we were watching, they were singing Make Our Garden Grow as the end, and you've got that video. Do you remember?
Yes,
you videoed, and it was like behind me, and it was the back of my neck. It was the rehearsal, and the music, and we were both completely in tears. And I remember it was that moment where that was sort of the beginning of really finding her.
I love people so much that it's hard for me to be alone. That music, it keeps me glued to life.
I don't even know how much you need me to.
I might.
If summer doesn't sing in you, then nothing sings in you. And if nothing sings in you, then you can't make music.
I kept thinking, and I kept writing down during the film the word back, because the backs of characters to me was very interesting, the way you would sit back to back, the way we as an audience watch a conductor, we watch him from the back.
Yeah.
And it made, well, not to give anything away, but even the final moments of the film, there's a back aspect that's very important. I was wondering, as actors and kind of dealing with that on a thematic level, but also a physical level, the back of a character and kind of what that can give you insight into who that person is, but the focus of that in the film as well for both of you.
I mean, the sitting back to Mac came out of a workshop that we did, that we sort of organically found ourselves there, and I thought, wow, this is a wonderful metaphor for their relationship, and then went back with Josh and wrote it into the script. And in terms of I use it as for story. You know, Lenny, when he thinks that he's come to this realization, and it gives this Thursday rehearsal where he declares how he's going to live the rest of his life, he's turning his back to us, who he's been very forward to the whole movie, not knowing that, like, maybe he's not telling the truth. When he turns around, he's dressed like a sailor and he's got the beard. So I use sort of where the character is in relation to the lens as a storytelling mechanism.
Yeah, and it was cool, like, when we would cut to you watching him conduct, you would have, the 133 would give us a piece of your back, and we knew exactly who you were and what you were feeling in that moment. I thought that was an interesting aspect as an actor.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of watching, a lot of waiting, a lot of... Felicia was interviewed, and asked about what it was like to be, you know, sort of with him in these environments, and she said a great deal of waiting, a great deal of smoking, and that was her, you know, that was such a central part of her life, was being the person that if he flicked his eyes to the wings, she would be there, and then when he came off, she would be there, they would hug, he would go back on for, you know, that was her place, was in the wings.
You know, and this movie opens up on December 20th on Netflix, is in limited theaters now. For people who haven't seen or heard much about the film in terms of the preparation that Bradley Cooper did, there's a 6-minute and 20-second or so sequence where he's conducting a live orchestra. It's done in one shot. It took him over 6 years just to learn how to conduct that moment. And that moment in the film, I'm going to steal a line from a friend of mine. He said she felt she was levitating. And that's exactly how I felt. This movie is incredible. It's in theaters now. I get chills thinking about it. I can't wait to see it again. And Bradley Cooper, what a phenomenal filmmaker and follow-up to Star is Born.
Impressive stuff. Kev, thank you.
Thank you.